a population demographic, black people have come around to Trump?
You wouldn't have seen this a long time.
Listen, TYT is giving me content. They're giving me content because they're doing these videos again to make the person that is being interviewed look bad. But when I look at the video, I'm realizing they're making sense. They're making a lot more sense. And even when you read the comments, you realize even people in the comments agree with this. Smart black man. This beautiful God-fearing American patriot speaks facts. I love black Republicans. He hits it right on the money. Now, there are some people who definitely had a lot of negative things to say, but again, remember, this is the goal of the video. The video is to put him out there and title the video in such a way to make him look bad. But when you listen to the man's argument, right, and you put away the preconceived notion, you're like, he's not wrong though. He's not wrong about what he's saying. Anyway, link in the description below. Like and subscribe to the page. Click the bell icon for more. Let's take a listen to this and share some thoughts at the end. Without further ado, let's get to it.
Why Donald Trump?
For me, okay, back in 2016, I flew from Tokyo, Japan, where I live, to come back here to make sure I voted for Donald Trump. He's not your average politician. He's a guy that makes mistakes, that say things that are stupid, because we all do stupid things. We do crazy things. The black community don't know what Donald Trump did for black people. Trump is a business person, and I like the way he negotiates. You know, and he when we had him as president, we didn't have a lot. We had respect. America was respected. He is definitely looking out for the best interests of America. I mean, that is without a doubt. You know, I just hate that it takes black people so long to even wake up to come around to it. I mean,
Do you think as a population demographic, black people have come around to Trump?
you wouldn't have seen this a long time. You wouldn't have seen this right here so much during his last administration. It was people like myself and people like a lot of other people with the Frederick Douglass Foundation that stood up for Trump. And then, you know, we had to fight the church and everybody else because sometimes they don't like it when you don't think like they do. Here's the other thing. A lot of us thought we were alone. And
I'll tell you what he said about the church here is true. Like, my position for being MAGA, I get maligned by my church. I'm telling you, I get maligned. I don't hear much, but my church, they don't like MAGA. They don't. So I'm like a black sheep. I'm a black sheep in a sense, but I don't really care because I'm a man of conviction. I believe what I believe. Once I'm convicted, you're going to have to come with something stronger to change that position. Anyway, let's keep moving.
Here's the other thing. A lot of us thought we were alone and didn't want to speak out.
That's true.
Now, you can feel a room full of black people. and I get them every day because I'm one that speaks out. And I'll get someone walk up to me and say, man, I like Trump. What do you think? Or they'll say, what do you think about Donald Trump? I say, man, I love Trump. I say, hell. I didn't ask you.
Ramon Arroyo on Fox News said that he thinks that the black voters that like Donald Trump are because he likes sneakers. You know, that was Fox News
sneakers.
saying it. Yeah.
That's nonsense.
Oh, because he came out with those sneakers and he slapped it in the judge's face and he slapped it in the liberals' face because they want to charge him $350 million and he made that back in less than an hour on sneakers. No, that's a smart man. Okay, so they can say what they want to say, you know. So no, it's not about that. Black America is tired of being prostituted.
Yep.
We're tired of being prostituted, tired of being lied to, tired of being manipulated, tired of having those doggy bones like he was telling you up there with the black colleges, where every year you got to come back and beg for some money. Why didn't your black president do that for you?
Let's talk about these indictments, 91 of them. All right.
I can't help but to notice how the video has been edited, right? So that means there probably was a lot of information left out. There's a lot of things he probably said that were left untouched, and it's fine. I don't have an issue with that. All I can tell you is a lot of these cuttings sometimes is because they want to paint a particular picture of the man. So it's good to keep that in mind. So if you watch right at the end of this insert here, there's a cut.
President do that for you.
let's talk.
You see that quick cut? Sometimes there's probably some really good information that were left behind that they're like, we can't have that. we gotta cut that out. We don't want people to have a new perspective, right? So just letting you know, I do video editing myself. I know when I make a whole lot of mistake, I say things I should not be saying, and I have to cut it out. And there's things that I said, I'm like, let me take that out. I don't want people to hear this again. So just letting you know, it's part of a game. Let's keep moving.
Talk about these indictments, 91 of them. All right, boy, we got to.
You don't want to get me on that.
I do,
Please
I promise.
don't get me on that. See, and now this is another thing that the Democrats has done. Now, have you noticed that every state that they basically want to indict him and all this and all that, black women, pretty much a black woman. Okay, so
I had said this before and I'll say it again. What's up with these black women, right? This sorrow, those DAs, sorrow-backed black women, or Calvin Brad in New York, black men. What's up with that? I don't want to say anything else. What's up with that? Is this a setup? Is this the movement? I just don't know.
pretty much a black woman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they set this up.
In Georgia, and you're talking about in Georgia, Fonnie Willis in
that
Georgia.
Fool, the one up there in New York, that
Letitia James,
and the guy, she ran off of destroying Trump. Now, if we did that as Republicans, they'd throw that out. I'm gonna run to destroy a person. Mm-hmm. Malcolm X said it the best. He said it the best. Here's how clever they are. They use black people that they have conditioned and for many years, and they put them in these spots.
Yep.
You understand? So what is he going to throw? What can he say to a black man? Can't even say nothing to a black woman without something happening. How's a white man going to say something to a black woman today without something happening? You can't call her a stupid.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't call her a B word, although that's all they hear through our music. Mm-hmm. Okay, so they're using these black people. It's just like the Ku Klux Klan. They may as well we may as well go back to the Klan days. Donald Trump down there in Georgia, think he gonna get a fair trial. He's not going to get a good trial there. He's not going to get it. This is all a lynching.
If 12 jurors convict him on any of these counts, where does that put you? What do you think of a convicted president or president-to-be?
Democracy.
That's nonsense. You already know. Well, first of all, those jurors, most of them, almost all of them, if I'm not mistaken, are Democrats. So that's already a problem. So, I mean, if you got a bunch of Democrats judging a man that they don't love, I mean, if the conviction comes as is guilty, you think people like myself are going to just change our opinion? We're just going to vote for him no matter what. We're still going to vote for him. This is crazy, man.
He's gone. Okay. We didn't convict Nixon. Mm-hmm. And he had first of all,
well, Nixon was pardoned.
Well, okay. America is going to be in a bad situation.
Yep.
And it would be more divided, and it could even lead to a war. Mm-hmm. Because the thing of it is, if they can do that to a president, then they can do anything to us.
Yep.
And that's the way I see it. And we don't have any. There'll be no rules and regulations. There'll be no democracy here in America anymore. And you know what? The Democrats don't care.
What makes you say that?
Because they're willing to push it to the edge, to have a war, to do this, to a civil war again. Mm-hmm. Because they think they're getting. I mean, look at what they're doing.
It looks to me that they want another Jan 6 to happen. There's a desperation for that, so that they can justify everything that they've been trying to call, insurrectionists. So where did that word come from? All of a sudden, everybody is like, did you have that in mind from the very start? I mean, we can say a lot more, but again, it seems like there is a desperation to get a massive reaction from Trump supporters. And then they can go with the white supremacist label. They can go with the violent label. They can call them. But even while they're saying that, right, and the left are so radical. Have you heard what the young people are doing? Resisting arrest, rebelling against the police. Left-wing policies are causing so many policemen to be shot in the streets. Left-wing policies defunded the police, have increased the death rate, and also encouraged criminal behaviors and allowing criminals to be soft on crime policies. These men should be behind bars. They are freedom back in the streets and they're committing crimes over and over again. Like, yeah, this is what these people are pushing. So when Trump comes with a positive solution, people like myself, we say, it's time for change. It's time for change.
Or again, because they think they can. I mean, look at what they're doing.
Yeah.
You're about bringing communities together. You told me some of the
Yes,
work
I
you
am.
do. The Democrats say about the Republicans the exact same thing that the Republicans and conservatives say about the liberals.
Well,
and
who's lying? I mean, who tells the most? All of them.
maybe they're both right.
Okay.
Is it possible that both are right, that both are pushing it to an edge?
I agree. I think both of them behind the scene are together. This is not, and I'm not so much for the Republican Party. In name, I am a Republican. I'm a registered Republican. But really, I love the MAGA movement. I'm not so much for the Republican Party because they push wars as well. They hate Trump as well, at least the rhinos. Many of them are willing to spend money. I mean, regardless of the state of the economy, they are for the climate movement. Many of them are for abortion. Many of them are not protecting Christian values, even though many in the Republican Party claims to be Christian. So I don't really want to ride with the Republican Party. I'm like, as much as you might think. I'm with the MAGA movement. And I think the question that is being asked here, I wish he would put a difference. I know we don't have MAGA as a political movement itself. I mean, it's a movement, but it's not a party of itself. But I think that could change eventually, the way things are today. So I'm for the American people. I'm for truth. I'm for Christ. So that's where I stand.
Here's the thing. When you take prayer out of the schools, when you take the black man out of the household, and you say, "I'm your daddy, baby. I'm gonna pay you for every little child you have, and you don't need that man." Mm-hmm. Okay. And when that's the reason we have all these traumas and the problems we have in America right now, because there's no fathers for these kids, and that's why juvenile crimes are up 200%.
That's right.
Who do we blame? You're blaming that on the Democrats.
Well,
or
it started then.
It started with them.
It started then. When they took the black man out of the home, when they set this whole situation up, when they said that the black woman is more valuable than the black man because they're gonna pay her more.
They did.
I mean, all of this, but the whole thing is that we need God in our lives. Okay, this is without dispute.
do we need God in our politics?
Oh,
That's not what he said. No, he said we need God in our lives. That's different. You can't put God in politics. Now, godly values and principles must be at the root of our nation, or else we're going to go crazy, right? If you don't have thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not commit adultery, if you don't have these principles, okay, of the Ten Commandments at the root, you have a problem. However, you should not put any specific denomination, okay, at the root of our Constitution. That's the difference here. Any specific denomination or any religious denomination. Christian values, fine. Christian laws, last 6 of the 10 Commandments, fine. But any of the first 4 is a problem. But look how he's trying to put word in his mouth.
this is without dispute.
Do we need God in our politics?
Oh, I think we need God to lead our country in our politics.
You know, we have separation of church and state in this country.
There's a massive cut again. That cut is not good. I would like to hear what else he had to say.
Our country in our politics.
You know, we have
Cut. What else did he say? By you cutting that answer, it's highly possible there was other context added to the message. By you saying that, he's like, oh, black men saying that we need God to lead this country. You see what I'm saying? That's the problem here.
Separation of church and state in this country by original document. Do you think that that's something we should still enforce?
Well, this country was built. Okay, I live in Japan. The Japanese don't give a damn what I think over there. I can go over there and scream, Jesus is my savior. This. Go ahead. America is built on Christianity.
Yep.
Be it right or be it damn wrong. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
But we have a First Amendment too, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you have the right to worship who you want to. And if you don't like what we do, get the hell out of the country.
Exactly.
As simple as that. If I don't like what Japanese do, I shut the hell up or I adapt. Why should we change our beliefs because somebody else is going to get offended? Your child can sit in the classroom and don't have to participate. For my black people, read a little bit. Find out what Donald Trump has done for the black community. He's done more than your black Jesus, Obama.
Yeah, I do have an issue with a lot of this Black Jesus discussion. Black Jesus Obama, that's what he's referring to. Great. TYT is at it again, trying to confuse the man, make him look bad. But I guess, I tell you what, he handled himself exceptionally well. What do you guys think? You don't have to be politically savvy, and I'm not. This is a man with common sense. He said, I think Trump is better, man. That's it. We love America, man. We have Christian values in this country. Simple as that. Okay? That's why you vote for Trump. And again, they tried to make him look bad, but I tell you what, he looks exceptionally well, managed himself really well. You know what I'm saying? Common sense type of answers. That's it. That's all you need, though. That's all you need to have a nice discussion about these matters. Anyway, share your thought and perspective with me. I want to hear from you. Like and subscribe to the page. Click the bell icon for more. Let's have the conversation below. Until next time, have a good one. Bye.